It's been labeled the proper anthem conduct section. It's one sentence in a 9-page discipline document provided to the Associated Press by a person familiar with the Miami Dolphins team policy on anthem protests. The document was not made public, but a source told the AP the Dolphins classify anthem protests under a large list of conduct detrimental to the club. According to this document, violators reportedly could be suspended up to 4 games. Now, as a reminder, here's the new rule regarding the anthem announced back in May by the NFL. All team and league personnel on the field shall stand and show respect for the flag and the anthem. But those who choose not to stand can stay in the locker room or off the field until after the anthem has been performed. Teams will be fined if players are on the field and do not stand, and each team may develop its own rules on how to handle players who do not stand for the anthem. Let's talk about it with our NFL reporter, Jeff Darlington. And Jeff, why is this report coming out now?
Well, Linda, this is a complicated one, and the Dolphins now find themselves in the middle of a little bit of a PR mess. And that is ultimately because every team, Linda, does have to submit to the NFL, required by the league, their annual discipline schedule, which actually lays out potential discipline for any violations under their code of conduct policy. Now, because the NFL several months ago did in fact vote to have a rule against players who protest during the national anthem, teams now find themselves having to say, well, how are we going to do this? The Dolphins are, my sources are saying that they basically just submitted to the league what they wanted to submit, and they put the maximum penalty on top of that, which they said a player could be fined or suspended. But my sources are saying by no means are they actually going to be suspended for 4 games. This is a very confusing situation for a lot of teams. We're now seeing the first example of it because, by the way, the Dolphins are one of the first teams to report to camp, and as such are one of the first teams that have to submit this document to the NFL.
I'm telling you, this is not only a PR nightmare at the moment for the Miami Dolphins. I mean, this is for the NFL. I mean, they don't want people like us or fans worried about this or talking about this stuff.
And Linda, interestingly enough, 31 other teams are going to have to submit this very document. 31 more potential PR nightmares for the NFL.
Incredible. Jeff Darlington with the latest on that. And get a load of this. Late Thursday night, in a joint statement, the NFL and NFL Players Association said in part, quote, the NFL and NFLPA, through recent discussions, have been working on a resolution to the anthem issue. In order to allow this constructive dialogue to continue, we have come to a standstill agreement on the NFLPA's grievance and on the NFL's anthem policy. No new rules relating to the anthem will be issued or enforced for the next several weeks while these confidential discussions are ongoing.